In the mid-1700s, Ben Franklin figured out the nature of electricity, paving the way for many more inventions. Electricity provides a way to store and distribute energy generated in a variety of ways. We live in an electric world. Electricity flows through us and around us. It dances in the sky as lightning and pulses through our bodies as signals between the cells and organs. We are always finding new ways to use electricity. Coney Island in Brooklyn was one of the first places to have electric lights installed. Thomas Edison brought his electric invention there in 1903, amazing people with a dazzling light display. Over a century later, Coney Island is still an electric playground with rides and games covered in flashing lights. Electricity may be the most common form of energy we use. In fact, you are using it right now. But what is this incredible energy, and how does it work? The answer lies in the atom. Atoms are made up of neutrons, protons, and electrons. Neutrons have no charge, and protons are positively charged. Both stay in the nucleus, the center of an atom. Electrons are negatively charged, and they can jump from one atom to another. Electricity is the interaction of electrons and protons. Electric current is the movement of electrons from atom to atom. Lightning is a form of electric current. It is spectacular and powerful, and it has the same characteristics as electricity. As electrons build up on an object, it becomes negatively charged. Electrons can jump from one negatively charged object to a positively charged one in a discharge, which balances the charges of both objects. Energy builds up as the charges separate. The energy used when the electrons move during the discharge is the voltage, or potential difference. This is measured in volts. Think of the electrons flowing through wires as if they were water flowing through pipes. In a squirt gun, water under pressure moves fast, but to put out a fire, it's not the best choice. You need a fire hose that can move a lot of water. The water pressure is like the voltage in electricity. The amount of water is like electrical current, which is measured in amperes or amps. Electrical measurements are based on numbers of electrons. A light bulb that uses 1 amp of current has 16 quintillion electrons moving past a single point in the wire every second. We use the properties of electricity to generate current in power plants. An energy source, such as fossil fuel, moving water, or wind, is harnessed to spin a turbine, and the turbine spins a magnet near a coil of metal wire. The movement of the magnet near the coil of wire causes electrons to move through the wire. This current flows through power lines to the outlets of electric power customers. When the direction of the current is changed several times a second, as it is in the lines of power plants, the electricity is called alternating current, or AC electricity. Electrons flow easily through copper and other materials called conductors. Rubber resists the flow of electrons, and materials like this are called insulators. Electric wires are made with conductors. High-power wires, often called high-voltage wires, are usually made with aluminum. It doesn't conduct as well as copper, but it's much lighter. Lightweight is important for high-voltage wires because they are very thick and stretch over hundreds of miles. Maintaining power lines can be dangerous work. Lines must be repaired, often without shutting down the power.
This is the span that we want. I'm going to go ahead and come down in between the two 500 kV lines, and we're going to find the damaged location, and we'll get ready to start work.
Aerial crews can repair live wires quickly in relative safety, but the threat of electrocution is always present. Less than 1 amp can stop the human heart. The high amp electricity flowing through these power lines could be deadly. When the system fails, we are reminded just how much we depend on electricity. On July 13th, 1977, a massive blackout plunged New York City into darkness. Mobs looted stores and set fire to buildings on that hot summer evening without electricity. The damage and theft cost millions of dollars. Blackouts still happen, but regulations and improvements have helped people cope with them. Electricity has transformed our lives. Computers, automobiles, robots, and countless other inventions would not have been possible without this source of power. The future of technology will depend on finding new ways to harness and generate all-powerful electricity.